They tried to erase the last few videos. Too dangerous, too honest, but I'm not stopping. Because once you see the truth, you'll never fall for the game again. These 15 laws will make you see through people and overpower them in ways that feel almost inhuman. The game starts here. Every person wears a mask. Some wear it to charm you, others to disarm you. Behind every word, every smile, every carefully chosen gesture, there's an agenda, a hidden force driving them toward their own goals. Even the most innocent compliment can carry the seed of manipulation. The average mind is content to take words at face value, but the dangerous mind knows better. The real game is played beneath the surface, in the quiet corners of human psychology where motives hide. Ask yourself, why are they telling you this? What do they hope to gain? Every relationship is a negotiation, every conversation a battlefield. Trust is not given, it's earned through understanding. Learn to look past the mask and see the truth that others desperately try to hide. Once you master this law, you'll never be deceived by charming smiles or sweet words again. The mask may smile, but the eyes will always reveal the secret. Forget the fairy tales. Every human, no matter how kind or noble, is ultimately guided by their own self-interest. Even the most generous giver, the selfless helper at their core, acts to protect themselves first. That's not evil, it's survival. It's the silent contract written in our DNA. Understanding this law means never being surprised by betrayal. It means knowing that loyalty has limits, and that even the closest friend or the most loving partner can turn when their self-interest demands it. If you want to thrive in this world, don't just listen to what people say. Study what they stand to gain or lose from every decision they make. Actions reveal priorities. Words are just the disguise. Remember, people will protect their own well-being, even at your expense if they feel cornered. Accept this, and you'll never be blindsided again. When you understand self-interest, you understand the real game behind every smile. Status is the silent currency that governs every interaction in human society. Every conversation, every glance, every subtle nod is a test of who stands taller and who bows lower. Even the most innocent compliment or casual mention can be a hidden duel for rank. Watch carefully how people dress, how they speak, and who they choose to name drop. It's all part of the status game. If you want influence, learn to master this unspoken hierarchy. Raise your own perceived value through knowledge, appearance, or presence, while subtly making others feel slightly inferior. It's not about bragging, it's about setting the frame. Never let anyone diminish your status, because once you lose it, you'll be ignored, underestimated, or dismissed without a second thought. The world bows to confidence and status, even if it's only an illusion. Play the game, or be played by those who understand it. Emotions are more contagious than any virus. One person's anger can poison an entire room, turning calm minds into a raging mob. One person's laughter can spread like wildfire, lifting spirits and building alliances without a single word. Leaders understand this law instinctively. They control the emotional climate of every space they enter. If you master your own emotions, you become the unseen conductor of the human orchestra. Stay calm in chaos, and people will cling to you like a rock in a storm. Radiate confidence, and others will mirror it, even if they don't understand why. Every movement, every expression, every tone of voice transmits an emotional signal that shapes how others think and act. Use this law to influence the masses, one feeling at a time. Become the emotional anchor, the magnetic force that draws others to your side. Control emotions and you control people. Ignore them and you become a victim of their contagion. Power never asks for permission. It simply is. It doesn't shout or beg. It asserts itself quietly with a presence that demands respect. People naturally submit to those who radiate authority, often without even realizing it. Beware the loud bark. More often than not, it's hiding a weak bite. True dominance is silent, calm, unyielding. The alpha wolf that moves with quiet confidence, making the rest of the pack follow without question. Most people are waiting for someone to lead them, to show them the path, to give them direction. Give them that leader, and they'll follow you willingly. Project strength through your posture, your tone, your actions, and watch the doors of opportunity swing open. But remember, power misused breeds resentment and rebellion. Abuse this law, and you'll create enemies waiting for their moment to strike. Use it wisely. Be the calm storm that commands respect, or be swept away by someone who understands this law better than you. Humans are, at their core, tribal creatures. We crave belonging even more than we crave the truth. People will follow the group even if it means sacrificing their own beliefs, morals, or sense of identity. This is why social pressure is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It shapes minds without anyone realizing it. Understand this law, and you gain the ability to move crowds, build armies, and create unstoppable movements. But beware, if you threaten the tribe, you awaken a force of resistance that's almost impossible to defeat. People will defend their group with a ferocity that defies reason, because the tribe is tied to survival itself. Use this law to build alliances and inspire loyalty. Divide your enemies by exposing cracks in their unity. Unify your followers under a banner they'll die to defend. Remember, people will die for their tribe, even if the tribe is a lie. Master the tribe, and you master the human heart. What people see in others is often what they fear or hide in themselves. The liar sees deception everywhere, expecting others to be as dishonest as they are. The coward sees threats in every shadow, assuming everyone else is as weak as they feel. The manipulator sees manipulation in every gesture, believing that no one is honest. Projection is a mirror of the soul, reflecting the darkest parts we refuse to accept. When someone accuses you of something, pause and ask yourself, is that their secret speaking? Learn to read these accusations as a map to their inner world, the fears, insecurities, and hidden truths they can't face. This is how you disarm, expose, and control the very people who think they're controlling you. Their own mind becomes your weapon. Use it to uncover the truth, to predict their next move, and to stay 2 steps ahead in the psychological game. Master this law, and you'll never be blinded by the illusions others create. The rarer the resource, the more humans desire it. Scarcity creates value. This is true in markets, in relationships, and in the depths of human psychology. Make yourself scarce, your time, your attention, your presence, and you instantly become more desirable. Flood people with your constant presence, and they'll start to take you for granted, no matter how special you are. When people think they can't have something, they'll crave it with a hunger that overrides logic. This law is the key to seduction, influence, and negotiation. Control the supply, and you control desire itself. Learn to withhold strategically. Offer a taste, then pull back. Give just enough to make them want more, then vanish like smoke. In that vacuum of desire, you become unforgettable, a mystery they can't stop thinking about. Master scarcity, and you'll never be overlooked again. Some people collect books. Others collect power. If dark psychology, mind mastery, and strategic manipulation fascinate you, then you weren't supposed to find this. But since you have, the Whisper Power Bundle gives you every drop of knowledge I've released, and everything I will release forever. One click, total access. Pinned comment holds the key. The human mind hates contradictions. When beliefs and actions clash, it's easier to distort reality than to face the pain of being wrong. This is why people cling to comforting lies, defending them even in the face of overwhelming evidence. They'll justify their worst actions, betray their own values, and warp the truth. Anything to avoid the agony of realizing they've been living a lie. Use this law to understand why people stay in bad relationships, defend failed leaders, or refuse to change even when it's obvious they should. If you want to change a mind, don't attack the person directly. Attack the contradiction that's keeping them stuck. Find the dissonance that binds them to their beliefs. Expose the cracks, and you'll break the chains that hold their mind captive. Master this law, and you'll possess the power to shape beliefs, influence choices, and free or imprison anyone's mind. Compliments are a weapon, sharp, subtle, and dangerously effective. Flattery disarms the suspicious, blinds the proud, and makes the strongest minds vulnerable. Most people are starved for validation, even if they deny it. Tell them what they want to hear, and their defenses crumble. Praise makes the mind soft, the ego open, the heart eager for more. Use this law to win allies, to charm enemies, to build bridges where suspicion once stood. But beware, too much, too soon, and you'll be exposed as insincere, manipulative, or even dangerous. Balance your sweet words with a hint of honesty, a drop of salt, to keep them hooked but cautious. Once they believe you respect them enough to be truthful, they'll trust you even more. Master this art, and you'll watch the world fall under your spell, one compliment at a time. Fear rules the human mind more powerfully than any logic or reason. A single threat, real or imagined, can silence an entire crowd. Fear paralyzes rational thought and compels people to obey, often against their own best interests. Leaders, rulers, and even parents have used this law throughout history to maintain control. But understand this: too much fear breeds resistance and rebellion, while just the right amount can mold the strongest mind into obedient clay. The key is subtlety, a whispered consequence, a subtle warning, a hint of what might go wrong if they don't comply. These are the tools of masters who understand that a fearful mind seeks safety above all else. Master the art of planting fear, and you'll control the battlefield of the mind. But beware, misuse this power, and you'll awaken a rebellion that may consume even the strongest fortress you've built. Fear can be your greatest weapon or your greatest downfall. Give a little and they'll feel compelled to give back. A gift, a favor, a kind word, it's a psychological debt that most people can't ignore. This law explains why free samples work, why a single compliment can change a mind, and why generosity is the ultimate tool of influence. Use reciprocity to build alliances, win loyalty, and influence decisions that might otherwise be out of reach. But never give without a purpose. Every gift, every gesture must serve a strategy. Give too much and you'll look desperate, needy, weak, and easy to dismiss. True masters of this law give strategically, just enough to bind the other person, but never so much that they become complacent. Create bonds that last and debts they'll feel eager and sometimes even desperate to repay. Remember, in the game of human nature, a well-placed gift can be more powerful than the sharpest sword. Master this law, and you'll make others dance to your tune without them even realizing it. Humans are herd creatures at heart. When faced with uncertainty, they instinctively look to the crowd for guidance. If everyone else is doing it, it must be right, right? This ancient survival instinct is hardwired into our DNA. It's why testimonials work, why trends spread like wildfire, why fake popularity often leads to real influence. Use social proof to build your authority and reputation. Show them others have already followed you, believed in you, trusted you, and they'll find it easier to follow suit. It's the magnet that draws the uncertain, the hesitant, and even the skeptical to your side. Remember, the more they see others following, the more they'll want to join the movement themselves. Lead the herd with confidence, and they'll trample any obstacle for you. Ignore this law, and you'll find yourself left behind, forgotten, and powerless, crushed by the very crowd you failed to guide. Master social proof, and you master the masses. Humans will do almost anything to avoid pain, even embrace illusions that shield them from reality. They'll lie to themselves, deny the obvious, and betray their own best interests just to escape the discomfort that truth brings. This is why people stay in toxic relationships, why they cling to failing plans, why they choose comfort over growth. Pain is the ultimate motivator and the ultimate deterrent. Use this law to influence decisions. Offer them an escape from pain, and they'll follow you. Threaten them with the sting of reality, and they'll do whatever it takes to avoid it. Control the pain, and you control the choices. Remember, most people would rather live a comforting lie than face the harsh light of truth. Master this law, and you hold the key to shaping behavior at its deepest level. The one who controls pain controls the game. Every human has a shadow, a side they hide, even from themselves. Secret cravings, forbidden thoughts, and dangerous temptations lurk in the darkness of the mind. Most people bury these desires beneath layers of social masks and moral codes. But if you can tap into those hidden cravings, you hold the ultimate key to influence. Tempt them with what they secretly want but fear to admit, and you'll control them. This law is the essence of seduction, persuasion, and manipulation. It's how empires are built, lovers are bound, and enemies are undone. But beware, the darkness you awaken in others can awaken in you as well. What you see in them might reflect the same shadows within yourself. Use this knowledge to understand people at their core, and to understand yourself. Master this law, or risk being mastered by your own hidden desires. Remember, the most powerful lever in the human mind is the secret they'll do anything to keep hidden. Now you hold the keys to the darkest corners of human nature. Use them with caution. They can be your greatest weapon or your greatest curse. Never forget, what you see in others is also within you. The game is dangerous. Play it wisely or be played. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe for more hidden truths they'll never teach you in school. Remember, knowledge is power. And in a world that hides the truth, the mind that sees is the mind that wins.